Alright, after you open up Autodesk Inventor, the first thing that you need to do is create new part files. The new tab is up here. These are parts, these are assemblies, we have drawings, and then we have presentation files. We want just a standard parts file. Click Create. It may take a second or two to load. So a few things that we're going to need to learn about is just kind of some navigation around what Autodesk Inventor has to offer. The first thing up here, this is called the ribbon. Okay, this is called the ribbon. If we want to start a new sketch, we need to make sure that we click Start 2D Sketch. We're always going to start on the XY plane. It'll make it easier for us in the future. So again, we've got our ribbon up here. It's changed a little bit, and this is what we want. You see line tool, circle, arc, rectangle, point, trim, dimension. We have constraints over here. All of these things you'll use to create a two-dimensional drawing that we can later turn into a three-dimensional drawing. So, for example, if I use line, I left-click once, and then I let off that left click, and then I can drag it to any dimension or measurement I want. But the easiest thing to do isn't to try to drag it. Maybe I want a 1-inch line. See how hard it is for me to get to 1 inch? I could probably get there, but it might be a little bit difficult. Just draw your line. You're going to have to right-click at this point. Click OK. I can use dimension up here to measure my line, to make it maybe that exactly 1 inch. So I click on the line, I drag it up, I click again, and I'm just going to type in 1, enter, and it makes it exactly 1 inch, which is awesome. This is our browser over here too, so this will be a history of everything that we do, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit second, but you need to know that this part is important. Don't exit out of it. So if I wanted to make a few more lines, I'm just going to make some random lines. There we go. Say I drew this and it's not a horizontal line, and I want it to be perfectly horizontal. What I can do there, I can actually create a horizontal constraint to that, click on it, and it'll make it perfectly horizontal for me, which is kind of a cool thing. So maybe I wanted to make this right here 2 inches. Now if I needed to measure from this top part to this bottom part here, so in between these, what I do is actually click on the top, I click on that bottom, I release that click, and then I can drag it over here, and I can make that, say I wanted it 2 inches also. And I can do that. This is a cool part right here. If, say, I'm done here, I want to finish that sketch, I can click up on my ribbon has changed, there's new things up here. I can click extrude, and it pops up this dialog box here, and I can extrude the object to turn it into a 3D object. So I just clicked enter on that one. So when I extruded that, I just clicked enter. So now I have a cool 3D random shaped object. So say I wanted to make another sketch on this. Say I wanted to do something different. I can actually right click on here and create a new sketch. In my browser, you notice how there's sketch 2? That's what I'm currently on. If I wanted to go edit my first sketch, I'd have to go back to this. So the browser again is a history of everything I have done. So going to sketch 2 again, we're on that. Maybe I want to cut a chunk of this out. So I'm going to just draw. I'm not going to measure it yet. I'm just going to draw that. I actually do need to draw the bottom line too to make it a fully shaped object there. I can erase it, yeah. But say I'm going to extrude that again. Now, it's automatically selected there, but what if I want to cut through this? There's actually some options up here we have. One of them is cut. Right there. Right now it's cut to a distance. I'm going to go cut all. So it goes all the way through. Clicked OK. And now I've got that cut through there. It's kind of that's a subtractive method there. I subtracted a piece off of this. So say I wanted to add maybe another piece on here. I can right click again, new sketch. Notice there's sketch 3. If I needed to edit sketch 2 or 1, I'd have to go back through my browser and look for them and do that. But now I'm on sketch 3. Say on the top of this I wanted a circle. I don't know. And I don't have a measurement on that circle right now. I can dimension, I can click the circle, drag it out again. Say I want it exactly half an inch, I can go 0.5. Finish the sketch. I'm going to click that extrude again. Maybe that's too long there. Maybe I want it to be 1 inch. I can change it. Click OK. And I just added a piece, an additive method. So I've subtracted stuff off of this. I've added things onto this random shape. And now it's going to be your turn to start playing around in Autodesk Inventor.